guys, it's Felicia. Welcome back to another video. So I just wanted to do a quick intro because I received a request to do a video regarding my cash envelope system, since I have talked about it on the channel before. I recorded that video, but let me just say a couple things. One, it was my first time trying to record a video and show you at the same time what I was doing. So I was really just trying to have you guys focus on what I was doing, versus focusing on my face. So anyways, I thought about not uploading it, but you know what? I have come to check myself. I believe that the people that follow my channel, I truly believe that you guys are just here for content, content and knowledge versus perfection. So I'm gonna go with it. Instead of trying to wait and then record the video another time, I'm just gonna upload it and then I'll try to do better in the future, okay? If you like more videos like this in the future, please thumbs up or even leave me a comment. And also, if I do these videos in the future, they should be much shorter, because the intro, number one, should be shorter. Number two, I don't have to explain the way that I did it before. So hi guys, so I received a video request to talk about the way that I do my cash envelopes, because I mentioned them before in the video. Before, whenever we were going through our debt-free journey, this is what I use. And at that time, I was just learning how to get control of my finances. So I use a lot of envelopes. For instance, I'll go through these with you guys in case they, may help someone else. I had a self-growth envelope, which was whenever I bought my audiobooks and different things like that. This envelope was for whenever I did a no-spend challenge. This envelope was for volleyball. It started off like this, but we used it so much that I had to replace it. It started to break. And whenever we would go to volleyball tournaments, I would put all of our money in here. And this is where we would take money from to eat and different things like that, to pay to get into the event and things like that. This was because I still use my credit card, but let me explain. I use my credit card as if it's my money, not their money. And the way that I do that is let's say for instance, if I have to use my card to buy food or make an online purchase, then I take the money back I take the cash back from these envelopes. I place them inside of this envelope, which is one where it went back to the bank. So this was money back to the bank for online purchases or things that I use my card for. This envelope was for gifts, and like I mentioned one time before in another video, what I did was I would put the amount here that, let's see if I can adjust that a little bit better. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So what I would do would put the total amount that I would put into the envelope each pay period, and this in this example was $30. Here was our clothing envelope. And same thing, each pay period I would put $100 there. I also did date night and anniversary trip, vacations. This was for anytime we had to pay a copay or anything to that effect. And again, like I mentioned before, I always put, the amount that I would put into the envelope each pay period. So in this case, it was $20. This was miscellaneous because things always come up. It doesn't matter how well you try to budget, things do tend to pop off. And during the debt-free journey, our emergency account was very, very small. So this was important. This was for Josiah, our son, and Zion. And these were for any birthday parties or if anything to that effect, or if they wanted something, from the store, or if there was an event at their school, to buy books or things like that. That's what we would use it for. This envelope was for Thanksgiving and Christmas, because I think it's important that you budget for those, and we would budget all year. So each pay period we would take out $100, and that was pretty good for by the time that Thanksgiving came or Christmas came, because we always host our family's Christmas party, so it was important to have those funds. Also was our food category, food envelope, and we started off at actually $150 was where we initially started. Then we were able to bump it up to $200 and then $300 every pay period. I will say we've decreased this again, but we'll talk about that later. And my food category includes everything that comes from the grocery store. So cleaning supplies, any paper goods, all of that comes from our food budget, and any eating out like at a restaurant also comes from the food budget. So it just encourages you to try to eat from home as much as possible. Okay, this category was for Brooklyn. Same thing, things that pop off at school or any other events. Here we had car maintenance. This was for oil changes, tires, that once a year detailing. And then here was the envelope I had to add later, was for housekeeping. And then this was one that I was saving for IRS bill. But as you can see, when we first started, I was just learning how to kind of get a grip on my money and learning to not overspend. So I had a lot of categories at that time. Since then, the way that I budget has changed a lot. I still budget per paycheck, but now, to be quite honest, my goal is basically to not spend, if I'm going to be completely honest. So what I do is first I pay everything, like, you know, all the bills and everything. And we also take from like savings and those things. But I just wanted to show you guys like today what my cash envelope system looks like. Now I have this wallet, which is from Filofax, and I don't mind linking it down in the description bar. And then I also use this because I don't carry everything with me. And some of these envelopes, like I stuff them, like I filled them, but they're depleted by like within hours. For example, like things with the kids, like that's gone immediately. And food, I always do the grocery shopping like almost immediately. So, but anyways, I'll show you what I'm doing for this pay period. And again, I take cash out of the bank every 2 weeks. And this week, can I see that? I don't see it there. This week, the total was $700. So this includes $75 for self-care. That includes my hair appointment that I have on November 20th. This also includes $200 for food. It includes $150 for housekeeping. And keep in mind, this is for 2 weeks. This includes $100 for vacation, $60 for Brooklyn, $20 for Zion, $20 for Josiah, and miscellaneous of $75 for a total of $700. So I will show you what I do here. These are the cash envelopes that I use. I have a few extra. So these I actually purchased from Amazon, and I will be sure to put a link down in the description in case you guys are interested. They come in a pack of, I want to say 12 or 24. Don't quote me on that. But I like them. Like, they're heavy duty. They're pretty sturdy, you know, and yeah, I like them. They're working for our family, so. Okay. So first category is Brooklyn. Now, she gets $60 every 2 weeks, and she pays for her gas, anything that she needs at school. And believe it or not, $60 is really tight. I'm very well aware of that, but she does have opportunities to make more money for doing things like in the business or just doing other things. If she wants to make more money, the opportunity is there. But yeah, we've been doing the $60 every 2 weeks, and she budgets it pretty well to be 16. I will say that. Maybe one day I can have her do a video of her own of how she does her budget. She's even formed her own system in which she has different categories for, you know, her gas, food, savings. It's pretty cool. I couldn't get her to use anything like this or go as far as to this, but she does have a little card file system that she uses, and it's okay. It's working for her. Okay, so next section is Josiah. So they have the opportunity to earn up to $20. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. here. And I like these envelopes because you can put like a lot into them. They're pretty neat. And then we have Mr. Zion, $20 for him. And right now his favorite color is orange, so that's partially why his envelope is orange. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I personally think that it's important to allow kids to manage their own money. It may seem like you're let me say we, because I can only speak for myself and the way that we do things. It may seem like you're wasting money, or like you're just giving them money, but what we have found is that you actually spend less. Like, I think we spend less money on our kids by allowing them to manage their own money, and then they can determine if they have enough to purchase something or not, versus mom, dad, like, can I have this? And it's like, I don't know, like, do you have enough money? Can you afford it? And it also motivates them to save as well. Like, right now the boys are kind of working together to save something, and they're going to put their money together for it. So I think that's pretty cool too. Okay, I also have a date night category, but we're not doing anything for that yet. And Lou's birthday, we're not doing that. And I have a Christmas envelope here, but this is not like where we keep all of our money for Christmas, because that would, to me, it just makes more sense to keep that in a bank instead of like keeping it out. But if I were to, because I plan, like if I shop, I do plan for it. So if I were to go out and go shopping, then I would definitely put the money in here, stick it in this envelope. Okay, that's all for that one. And this is actually the wallet that I carry with me. So first category is food, and $200. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. And there's actually, I think I still have $50 left from last session, because we've been trying to just eat from like the food the food that's in the pantry. Sometimes you have to get creative. Like, it's not gourmet meals all the time. Sometimes, we have what I call wish meals, and we eat beans and rice and wish that we had chicken or a salad to go with it. But you do what you have to do, and it works though, it really does. Okay, next category I have in here is volleyball, and we're not putting anything in there for this pay period. Next category is housekeeping, and that is $150. So 50, 100, 20, 40, 45, 50. Okay, and the next envelope is actually car, like it's labeled car, but this is for any car maintenance or anything to that effect. And I'm not putting anything in there this pay period, but I will tell you, actually helped, and there's still cash in here, but I had a flat tire, and 3 years ago, had that happened, even 2 years ago, had that happened, like, it literally probably would put me in tears. But knowing that, we had money like saved for that, that just really, I don't know, Dave Ramsey talks about how when an emergency occurs, if you're prepared, it becomes more of an annoyance versus an emergency. And I can definitely say the stress level was much different. So I'm very appreciative and thankful for that. Next category is self-care. Like I said, I have a hair appointment on 11/20. So putting $75 into that category. And that includes like my hair and the tip as well. And then the final category is a vacation that we're preparing for. Now, for vacation, each time I put a different amount. So like for instance, this is empty now because I recently came back from a conference, which I was saving for before. And before that, I was saving for my friend's wedding. And before that, we had another trip. So anyways, it's empty now. So now we're starting to save all over again for the next trip that we have coming up. So this week, you know, only putting $100, 250s there. And, you know, next pay period, it will probably be a totally different amount. So that is all. And this is what I carry with me. And again, like I said, you know, people, I've had questions of like, are you afraid of carrying cash? Like someone may rob you. But like I said, you know, today, the food category will be empty, like within a couple hours. And the money for the kids, like that's gonna be gone. And they're going to a fall carnival tomorrow, so that will be gone. I know, like I don't feel like someone's gonna rob me because there's really not much in here, honestly. Oh, I've had questions of does it feel restrictive? And to me, the budget, especially the cash envelopes, it gives me the freedom to spend. Like it allows me to know like, okay, you have X amount, like go for it. And whenever that's gone, that's gone. And that just, it really works for me because it helps me to keep on track. And I don't track the receipts. Like I don't keep receipts and everything unless it's for business purposes. But I don't keep receipts from like the grocery store or things like that. I may snap a picture and then trash it because I've already allowed it for that amount of money. I'm trying it in the beginning. We had lots of categories. And I recommend starting out with as many categories as you feel that you need to help you get a grip on where is your money going, what are you spending your money on, you know, and be realistic about it. I initially started off and I left myself out completely, and then I realized like, oh no, like there's little things that you do need to do for yourself. And then also, wait a minute, I think I forgot something. Give me 1 second. I think I forgot the miscellaneous. Okay, I'm so sorry. So I forgot my miscellaneous category. So that's 20, 40, 50, 60, 75. Okay. And for this, I just keep this like in my wallet, like right. I think I have 20 bucks from last pay period, and then I have this here just because sometimes things do come up, small things, and I just like to have money for that. So oh, gas is a huge category that someone's asked me about before, and I don't carry an envelope for gas. A couple of reasons why. One, I do home health therapy, so I fill my gas tank up probably about 3 times a week, 2.5 to 3. And it's just more convenient for me to use my card. Also, sometimes I have to fill up like at night, and it's just safer to, you know, especially when we're traveling, and sometimes I do travel alone. Like I just rather get gas with my card. That's the truth. You guys have any more questions about how I do my cash envelopes, then please shoot them down in the comment section, and I will be sure to answer those questions in another video. Thank you. Bye.